Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing an everyday makeup routine. And so recently I've actually kind of adopted the, I don't know what, but I've actually not been using foundation on a day-to-day basis, and I thought I'd share that simple routine with you guys. I do some concealer, some bronzer, highlight, mascara, and brows. So yeah, let's get into it. So the concealer I use is actually, there's two. I use the Wet n Wild Photofocus concealer in the shade Light Ivory, and then I use the Tarte Shapetape. This I use under my eyes, just to kind of cancel out any darkness from the under eye circles. And then the Tarte Shapetape I use more for like concealing blemishes, because it has really good coverage. And this concealer actually is more, I would say more of a corrector because of the tone. It's more, not orangey, but it has like an orangey undertone. And I just use my beauty sponge. The one that I like is, my favorite right now is the Eco Tool sponge. This is a limited edition color that they came out for the holidays. Normally they're like a greeny teal color. And so I also blend the concealer onto my eyelids. I do have some veins that I like to cover up. And so I do have a few blemishes, so now we're going to go in with the Tarte Shapetape. So we're going to go in with this. What I do is I just honestly just like dab probably like that much on the back of my hand, and that's all I really need. So a lot of times it doesn't completely cover it up because I don't have foundation on. But if there is a blemish that's really kind of, if I have a blemish that's really kind of like, I don't know, intense or bigger, what I'll do is I'll then go in with some of my pressed powder. And right now I'm using the DermaBlend powder in translucent, no, excuse me, original. And so I just use, there's like a big powder puff in there, and I just like, and just to like set the concealer so it doesn't move around on the blemishes, like move around because there's nothing else that it's sticking to. Oh, I do use primer, by the way. I use Becca's Backlight priming filter, and I just keep that in my bathroom. I actually just put it on right after I do moisturizer. So I do the Moriah cucumber spray. I do my Origins ginseng moisturizer, and then I use an eye cream from Benefit, and then once that's kind of all soaked in, I then put the primer on. So it has been on my face for a few minutes, and that's kind of typically what I do, so it's kind of like soaked in, but it gives you a beautiful, like, radiant overall kind of glow from within type of feel. So now I go in with my two favorite face products, the Too Faced Sweetie Pie bronzer, and it kind of is like a blush bronzer all in one, and it does have like a nice shimmery quality to it, so it's not super flat and matte, which I kind of like for a day-to-day, because a lot of times I'm either working really early in the morning or kind of late into the evening, so it's just not something that, you know, I mean, you can wear full glam to work, but I don't necessarily do that to my day job. So yeah, just something like that to give my face some structure. And because of how my face is shaped, I like to definitely put some right here, so it gives it that like structured feel. So next I'm going to go in with my favorite highlighter of all time. I think I'm going to do a video just like devoted to this, like with swatches and kind of like a review like of my favorite highlighter. I wonder if I should do that, like review of my favorite products. That'd be kind of cool. So I just use a fan brush. This is by Sonia Kashuk. I do use other brushes to apply my highlighter. I have a stippling brush that I use from Wet n Wild, and then there's that cute little setting brush from Real Techniques that has a pink handle. It's almost like shaped like a bigger blending brush. It's kind of like dome shaped. That one works really well. But this is just kind of the one that I've had hanging around in my little everyday kit. And this is the one that I have been using. So I just put that like right here on this portion of my cheek, and then kind of up into, kind of like up into this area right here of my temple, just to kind of again give my face that shape. So next is brows. And so what I use for brows is this. This is the Brow Zings from Benefit. It's in shade number 3. And what it is basically is it comes with this little travel brush, which is great if you forget your eyebrow brush at home, which has happened to me. So this is the wax and this is the powder. So first what I do is I'm not going to use the little mirror in here. It does come with a mirror, but I'm just going to use something a little bit bigger. So I'm going to use my Spotlight palette. So the first thing I'll do is I'll just kind of go through my brow hairs and kind of straighten them out. And I start from my tail and I work my way in. And first I go in with the wax and kind of outline where I'm kind of like extending my brow, and then I go in with the powder and I brush my hairs down, fill in, and then up and fill in, and I'll just kind of speed through this part. So now I am going to go in with the powder. So after I do that initial line, I'll go in with powder. Okay, so there's something like that when I finish. I do use another product from Benefit. It's kind of like a conditioning like product for your brows. I'll link it down below what the product actually is. I'm forgetting off the top of my head, but I do use that at night. I don't tend to use it in the morning before I do my brows because it makes the hairs kind of stiff, which there's nothing wrong with that, but if I'm going to use a product like that, I want it to be like a brow gel that I use after I put in the color, and then I can just kind of have the hair stay in place. Yeah, and so the next and final step is just mascara. So I have been using for a while now the Voluminous Lash Paradise from L'Oreal. I've repurchased this at least 3 or 4 times. So this has kind of become my go-to mascara. Yeah, so mascara time. So there's one thing about mascara, and I don't know if it's just me and my technique and how I use it, but I get it all over the place. So I want my lashes to kind of be full and coated, especially at the lash line. And when you're not wearing any like eyeshadow or liner, it really makes it obvious when you make mistakes. So what I do is I kind of just go in with a Q-tip. You let the mascara dry for a few seconds and you can just wipe it off. You don't need to wet the Q-tip to do so. Okay, so something like that, and then that's actually it. So my everyday makeup routine is simple, quick, and easy, and I can do it in 5 or so minutes, 10 minutes maybe. So that's really just very important when you're going to work or school or, you know, wherever running errands you're doing in the morning or whenever you run errands, honestly. So yeah, so I just wanted to show you my favorite products and highlight what I use on a day-to-day basis. And oh, also I should mention this cool little pouch. So this is the little pouch that I put my makeup in, and so it has this drawstring, and it's great. And what it does is when you actually fold it over, it kind of like opens it up for you. In this little pouch I have Q-tips and some like hair like clippies and stuff to pull it back if I'm doing my makeup on the go. And this can surprisingly fit a decent amount of product. All the products that I used in this video, plus I have additional brushes, I have a foundation, I have my MAC Fix Plus, I have an eyeliner, 3 eyeliners actually, another brow pencil, backup concealer. Yeah, I have a ton of stuff in here. So this is so cool. It just like sits on the little dry sink in my bathroom normally. And then I just, if I'm like running late or whatever, I can throw whatever in there, pull the string and just like toss it in my bag. So it's really great. I forget, I think it was like Alexico or something like that, that I ordered it from. I don't remember whether it was like from Instagram, but I've definitely seen them like on other places. But yeah, yeah, so I'm not really sure. Maybe I'll try to find a link so you could get like the information from the company if you're interested. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!